with a Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive. In honor of the legendary coach, the stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Today, we begin the divisional round with a tremendous matchup. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go from South Florida. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by the quarterback who was the #2 overall pick back in 2021 coming out of BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
You have to figure, Mike, this is a confident quarterback coming into this one. He played such a large role, not only helping them win the division, but then he followed it up last week with a big wild card victory. Now, 1 week away from a championship game in front of their home crowd, everything is falling into place. If they want to play next week, they're going to need another big game from their leader.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Big Ed Oliver there on the tackle.
49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down.
Let's go. 19. Come on, 18.
Once again, it's Achan. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Matt Milano. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Yeah, that's just a tough break here in the early going of this postseason, Mike. Everyone stresses the value of the ball, especially in the playoffs. Not only does that interception put an end to this drive, but it also gives all the momentum here early to their opponent.
The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
You think back to last week and how well they played in the wild card round, being able to get out of there with a win. But now is when the pressure starts ramping up, Mike. You understand you're only 2 wins away from the Super Bowl. So which team is able to balance the excitement of being here, but also not letting the pressure of the moment get the better of them?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. In motion, Shakir. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough. for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
Trust me, Mike, I've been there. You're this close to the goal line. You're thinking you're going to score, and it's going to be 6. You're fighting, you're clawing, but you can't lose the ball. Everything has to be about protecting the football.
And he will do it himself. He's in. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Bills. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
The kicking team off for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. There's Mike McDaniel. His Dolphins getting ready for their next possession. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And, oh, they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Formation for the Dolphins.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Head coach Sean McDermott there as the Bills get set for their next possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But it looks like the Bills are going to get it back. A fortunate break there.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. but it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
He'll dodge one would-be tackler. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, here is Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's another Bills first down. A gain of 7. First down, Buffalo.
Off the play fake, it's Allen. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
At the 42-yard line.
Allen now on 2nd down. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
This is 3rd and 6. In motion, Shakir. To the air on 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Tyrell Dodson.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, a loose football. But I think the Dolphins are going to be able to hold on. And indeed, they will keep possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected. The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Let's go.
They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the
1 quarter in the books in this AFC Divisional Playoff. The Bills with the early advantage. And we're back to South Florida after this. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. the middle with H.N. He's got space inside the 25. 14 on the pickup. First down, Miami.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
The Bills' 25-yard line.
Ready? Hawk, set, put.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bills offense makes their way out to take over once more. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 5. Allen to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10. They'll run with Cook. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. It was Zach Sealer in on the tackle.
Brings up second and 8.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 8. The tight end Kincaid in motion. To the air. On second down, here's Allen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Buffalo.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 9. Man in motion is Coleman. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. The Bills bringing on the punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Dolphins offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's a give to H.A. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Cows, go.
Wilson lines up in the pistol. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
On the ground, here is H.A. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson sending it deep for Waddle. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
37-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Allen to throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On comes the punter now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. This will be returnable from his own 15. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
Devon Achad ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. balanced look to the left here on first down. Here's Wilson. He's got the tight end. That's Greg Olsen. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Here we go, set.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. 2nd down and 3. On the handoff, this is H.N. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Third down, they need 5.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Take up.
Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And the defense signaling safety here. The official says he made it out of the end zone, but not by much. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the fullback. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2, and no further.
It's a gain of a yard.
3rd and 10.
Third down.
Round 80.
Allen from his own end zone. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Let's go now.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He runs with it. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Wilson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Now here's timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Ready, go.
Back to throw. Wilson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Wilson. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. These two teams fighting to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here. The third quarter underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Cook. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. It was Tyrell Dodson that time on the tackle. It is 2nd and 6. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Taking off. And he's going to be taken down after a big second down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. Run up the middle with Cook, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. So that's good enough for a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
In motion, Shakir. They'll go play action here with Allen. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 22 yards to pick up there. Good for a Bills first down. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Once again, it's Cook. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man is Shakir, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first. Down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, here is Allen. That one, taken in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Tyreek now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Here's 2. Rushed to his left. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense.
Ready.
Tua will give it to Achane. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. It just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Go ahead. Ready, team. Out.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injury. It would appear Tyreek Hill is the one in need of some assistance. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. 1st and 10.
Ready, team. Ready.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Out to his right. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job here by the defense staying disciplined as the quarterback gets flushed from the pocket. I mean, how often do we see those guys kind of creep in and allow the ball thrown over their head? They took away everything downfield, and all the quarterback could do is dump this one off short to his back, and there wasn't much there.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey, get set. Out.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Good.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Washington. And that's going to move them closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
now 3rd and
44.
goal.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Tua. Taking up, and he's in! Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, this is Strong. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bills offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. His throw left side is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Buffalo.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
1st and 10, it's Allen. Now we're going to stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Allen to throw again. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Again, that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ifotu Melifonwu. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead. Go, go, go. Ready. Go ahead.
They'll run this one straight ahead with A-check. They'll take this down to the 23. Taron Johnson up to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Go ahead.
They'll stay on the ground with a 10. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Miami.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready. Out.
Once again, it's Achane. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Go ahead. Hey.
Here's Tagovailoa. And he will score! Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and give themselves this big win?
The extra point by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken a 4-point advantage.
Bills 14.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. On the return, this is strong. Get across the 20, mark them at 22-yard line. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. From the gun, it's Allen. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It was really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction, and until he does, this defense just continues to make him pay.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 23, here's second and 2. Now whistles, play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
All right. 18.
A run, and it's A.J. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down.
All right, come on. Ready.
Tua. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, this is strong. Wow, they are hitting now. Offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Play action now, and here's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early and often. That one for a 1st down. And in motion is Coleman. Allen gonna give it to Cook. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On play action, here's Allen. This one complete, right side. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 53 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, had it in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back, and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a change of events. You find yourself defending your own side of the field, and next thing you know, you scoop. For a minute, it looked like there was going to be a score, but either way, after running out of gas, he sets his offense up in a great situation.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. To throw is Tua. The throw here is complete. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice game.
And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the 1st down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Bills going to use their final timeout here, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
At the 34-yard line.
Hey, get set. Out.
Throwing is Tua. In trouble, and down he goes.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Waddle. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So now, Josh Allen and the Bills down 21-14, a minute 14 to go. This is where that playoff medal is tested. On the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive. They start it 1st and 10. On play action, Allen back to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
15 yards. That's good for a Bills.
Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Second down, 8 for the 1st down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing again is Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield, and now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And for all the interceptions that he's thrown this game, kind of wish he would have gotten the message sooner. If it's not there, just get rid of it. Sometimes the best play in football is don't try to force it.
I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jack Jones. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They go to a knee, and that will do it. Next stop, the AFC Championship game. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. They will continue on in these playoffs. They're now 1 step away from a Super Bowl appearance. We'll have a tough one coming up next Sunday in the Conference Championship game. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.